Welcome back to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Grillmastah, and today we have Wall Gazer, a Teth. It is a lady leaning towards a wall, and you cannot see her face. You have the option of Instinct, which is high, Insight, which is very low, Attachment, which is very high, but there's a trick, and Repression. The trick is, if you send it in on Attachment, it lowers the Quelt counter. Nothing much is known about Wall Gazer except that it gazes at the wall. Sheen seems okay around Wall Gazer. Even though Wall Gazer has not moved, Sheen finds her creepy. The whispering seems to be getting louder. Sheen does not respond to whatever Wall Gazer says and pretends to be deaf. So, lowering her Quelt counter, if you hit 0, it is a non-escaped object, but there is ramifications. One more time. That is what happens every time the Quelt counter hits 0, and it does sanity damage to everybody in the department, which generally does kill a lot of your clerks, and in the very beginning will wipe out your clerks. And also a good amount of your people if they have low levels. So as far as the story, an abnormality in the form of a woman facing a wall. Her unbearable sorrow grew long, mournful hair over time. As she always faces the wall, no one has seen her face. As she talks to herself and weeps, it is impossible to have a meaningful conversation with her. Despite her human appearance, it is impossible to discern her intentions. The abnormality attempts to talk to or pique the interest of employees who are about to leave the containment facility. However, employees should never look back. Excerpt from the observation log 1-304. There is only one rule: ignore her. She always wants to draw our attention. She mutters incoherently in an attempt to have those in the room pay closer attention to her. She even pleads or whispers maliciously when someone is about to leave in hopes that they will instinctively look back. Subconsciousness is a threat to your own health in her presence. It is important to always have your guard up and be aware of what is happening when you are in the room with her. If you forget even for just a second and let your guard down, you may find yourself looking back. Here is another warning I leave to all who read this. Do not let the insidious abnormality learn your name. If she learns your name, she may use it to trick you into turning towards her. No matter what you hear or what she may tempt you with, when you are in the room with her, do not look at her. Curiosity is a luxury you must never indulge in when you are in the containment unit. Employee F5004, redacted, was a colleague for whom I cared deeply. Well, I cared for all my coworkers, but redacted was different. The amount of passion redacted poured into work was something I have rarely witnessed. Anyways, I have no idea how she learned redacted's name. Maybe someone called out to redacted while they were inside the containment unit and she heard it. We should have sent 2 in. It was a procedure to have a team of 2 sent into the containment unit, but as you know, we're always short-handed. And this abnormality was low on threat scale. Even if we did not follow procedure and sent 2 inside, the higher-ups would not have been happy about it. Omitted. Well, you know the rest. The day the incident happened, redacted was sent into the containment unit as usual, but didn't come out for a long time. I knew redacted was a prompt and diligent worker, so I went straight to the containment unit, fearing the worst. Thankfully, I found redacted without even a scratch, but the kid looked out of it, like way out of it. Omitted. The next day, the kid was let go. I heard they sent the kid to a mental asylum, but no one has ever seen redacted again. The kid kept staring at the wall, murmuring and not responding to anyone. That was the last time I saw redacted. No one knows what happened inside the containment unit. You won't hear it from the kid either. So this abnormality? Employees with level 1 temperance may turn their head back after listening to the wall gazer. If they do, they will be subject to a panic attack. An attachment work performed on wall gazer decreases the Quelt counter. When the work result was normal, Quelt counter was reduced with a normal probability. When the work result was bad, Quelt counter was reduced with a high probability. When while Gazer's Quoth counter reaches 0, all employees in the department will suffer white damage. And you can see, this says it's very high on attachment, but as it says up there, it's actually a trick. So the best one to go in is Instinct. Unless you have low level Insight, then that's not too bad either. Or Repression even. If you have high level gear, I used Repression to level it up in there and it was pretty good. Ego Weapon, you also have her Scream though. Ego Weapon is another ranged weapon. And the suit, and it's also hay, so it's higher than the difficulty itself. The suit gives you good white damage protection. Otherwise, not too much anywhere else. It's a little risky to use. But that has been Wallgazer. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it helps you. And thank you so much for watching. Bye bye for now.